organic social growth and all the new tricks. So we found that with the organic social growth means that if we're doing it with new algorithms, we are going to get more engagement and more reach. So the growth is not only through more fans and followers, but actually getting the engagement up, which then will result in more fans and followers. And we've proven that this can also help our ads get lower costs, more reach. Right, so organic social for us has always been made up of 4 elements. The social publishing, all known as the content on the feed. Big brands are doing a lot of these. It's the idea of basically, when I say lots of these, I mean putting out lots of pieces of content per day. The idea though is that we want great content so that it's better to get engagement. And obviously at the end of the day, some sort of result that we're looking for. Without it being always salesy, we want to make it much more authentic and having a conversation. This is social, not an advert. So we've got to remember to just get something that keeps wanting to get people in to engage. The next is response. Most brands get this right. It's the responding to people's comments and message and inbox. The more we've shown that the more we do this, the better our reach of our content. So it becomes imperative to obviously respond timelessly. The next is social networking. This is to fans that are in our community. So this might not necessarily be on our page, it might probably be on their pages. It might be in groups or other places that where our fans are, but basically anywhere where we can go and network with our community. These would be people who are already engaged with us. They're probably much more likely to come back and engage on our pages if we're engaging with theirs. The next is your social outreach. So this is people who are not our fans. My analogy with this one is it's a bit like going to find the art gallery where we can always go and know that we're all going to a similar art gallery, so therefore we must have like similar things. Therefore, why wouldn't they be people that would be part of our community? We wouldn't go up to somebody and go and straight with a sales pitch, because that would just be weird. We'll probably go up to somebody and talk about the art and something that's more conversational to get to know them first and then build them into our community later. We want them to basically think, hey, how cool was that? What a nice person, what a nice brand. Let me go check them out, and then they go and check you out. And you basically build a relationship with them. You're not going to go in on a hard sell. So that's the outreach. There was a brilliant example of Duolingo, had a story about one of their mascots being dead and all the big brands jumping onto the feed to talk about it. Of course, the idea there is that it's all the people who follow Duolingo that would then go and see all the big brands that we don't necessarily are not really engaging with. And the conversation wasn't necessarily to make sales, but just purely become relevant and conversational. So those are the 4 elements that we've always had on as our main organic social elements. These were driven from the algorithm that that Meta came up with, that most of the social platforms now use, EdgeRank, and most important for us was the way that comments have become the most important part of organic social. You'll notice a lot of people putting in more in the comments below onto a lot of their posts, all the ats and the hashtags and even some links, and they start the conversation in the comments because those have become the most important part. You'll know that if you look at your feed, you'll see all the content that is relevant to you will be at the top. Even those ones that they say things that you should like are now at the top and have got lots of comment. So The old algorithm always used to be 1 for a like, 6 for a comment, and long form comment 13 points. If the share drives engagement, 13 points. If the share drives no engagement, 1. So you can see it's all around comments and engagement. Comment has to be a long form, meaning it can't just be, I really like this. It's got to be a meaningful sentence, and can't be just copy and paste. They know what the difference is. So we've got to start writing and engaging with people and actually have a conversation on the feed, or should I say in the comments on the feed, because that's what is now driving things to the top. So in the 36X principle is basically 100 minutes of content creation and it's creating posts or other content, that is too. 100 minutes of engagement on your content, and then 100 comments on outreach, and then repeat that 36X times. So 100 comments of content creation would be to create really great content. We know the better the content, the better the engagement. So the idea there is don't just do lots of content, but rather do quality content over quantity. The 100 minutes of engagement that's on your content, the more you engage with your fans, the more they're going to come back and engage with you. The more they engage with you, the longer it's going to take. So hopefully you're going to get to a stage where you've got lots of comments on your feeds and on other people's feeds where they're replying to yours. Then on the outreach, so 100 comments, go out, find those places that you can go and engage that is not in your current not your current fans. They're outside of that. I remember it might be in groups, it might be on other pages. We know that all the feeds all the business feeds have all changed to now have their own feeds. So it really is going outside to places that it's outside of that feed to go find new places to go and engage. And then how does it work? Well, engagements go to the top of the feed. As I said, you'll see that all the stuff at the top of your feed these days is the one with lots of comments. And their top pages are doing 50 pieces of content per day. But that could be 10 quick tweets. It could be 20 stories. So it's not that it's 50 pieces of image and text or video and text. By the way, video is got to be the number one thing that we've got to strive for. Straight image with no sort of carousels or movement is just not getting the sort of engagement that we need these days. So it's got to be something that's a lot more engaging, which video is. All right, so that is we know that for most companies the 36X is almost a full-time role. We have proven that when we've done this all day, that our engagement goes up, our reach goes up of our content, and then we've also improved our ads because our ads are becoming more relevant to a lot more people. So therefore, the algorithm can shift it up to the top of the feed. So therefore, the cost of our advertising goes down. Now, most companies can't afford to outsource this. You can't get an agency to work all day on it. However, we have noticed that some people have outsourced their response. So in the outsourcing the response, they've also then said, well, why don't we outsource all the commenting as well? And with a good brand Bible and good things that we say and how we say things, it means that they've got a good guide to be able to go and comment, interact across your socials, fan socials, and then outreach. All right, so that is the 36X and our take on it. All right, and it's good social growth.